Yo, it's Jesse. So, as usual, blew a boot on the way here. Got this pile ready to roll. I gotta let it warm up, and then I'm gonna grease it while I'm letting it warm up. So, the knives need a little bit of sharpening, but we'll be hitting a little bit of dirt and rock, so should be good. So we're gonna go ahead and get this pile off, and we'll go from there. Which we got to go down there, clean up some of this corner. Well, I forgot to record all the way down here, but I was checking out the dozer work over there that they're doing. But we got a little bit, and of course I've never deleted any footage off or anything like that, and I've only got 37 minutes, so I'm gonna have to skim on a lot of that. So we're just going to clean up this creek edge. That's all we're really doing. And which they'll probably watch me over there because it's a bunch of competitors. There's always 15 billion people doing the same thing we all do. Give it a second. We're going to go ahead and let this warm up a second. I should have put new knives on, but I didn't. But it eats them up pretty quick, and that's almost 600 bucks. Let it spool up, and we're gonna go ahead and do a little small time lapse. It's a creek literally right here in front of me. It's right here. He just wanted to clean up because his property line is a little bit further back, but he's wanting to just clean it up a little bit. And dump everything at the edge of their property. It's really lumpy. They've done that for years, so it makes everything like really just super bumpy, and it's just frustrating earlier trying to get in somewhere. But I found me a pocket to get in next to his smoke shack, which he can smoke cigars, not what you think it is. That way he can enjoy the nature and be able to see and hang out away from home. He's got a nice property, so we'll have to get out and pick these chunks up because they're falling down in the cracks. But also got to pull stuff out of the creek as well. So. the leaf blower. My plan is to blow it off real quick, and this is the property next door that's for sale. It's like 8 or 10 acres. It's like $100,000 for that, but I came in and mulched me a trail so that way I can go grab my lunch. And I'm thinking this used to be a combined property, this and this over here, because the way the fence is. So I'm guessing it was one of them family member things that sold, or something like that. Maybe a family generation or something like that, that they had stuff together and then they sold it in chunks and stuff like that. So here is the pond. It's about dried out. I'm gonna blow the machine off, blow the because it's so dusty. So my plan is it kind of goes down, and then this is where I guess they pushed up dozer piles, or it just overflowed, because this is a little bit darker than topsoil and dirt. So my plan is to come in and thin it out best I can, because it kind of like rolls and it drops down like a little shelf or lower level. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all this stuff cleaned up and get the machine blowed off, because it is super dusty and the filter's packed full. So let's do that real quick. So I got this cleaned up a little bit. Fix to go grab me something to drink. It is dusty. I got out because there was somebody over here in a truck, so I'm not sure. I seen somebody come up and they was fiddling and farting over there with something over there next to a tree. So I don't know if he's going to go hunting or what. So I'm going to talk to the owner here and see if he can't call the owner over here of this land to make sure, because I can describe the truck. But let's see, I think the property line is right there. I can't remember. I think it cuts back more that way, but I had to go around. It's so dusty, and all the trees are falling down in the dirt. It's powdery, so it's not mulching like a toothpick finish. Still close, but these knives are still leaving a finish. But like that right there, not good. It don't cut, it just slaps it. Which, before we leave today, which today is Halloween. Is it Halloween? Let me sure. Yeah, today's 31st. So happy Halloween there, or whatever. I'm not really too much on Halloween, but ooh, I hit some rocks over there, some church rocks at that. So when I leave today, I'm gonna grind these up a little bit. But it's just a little bit of work here, and then we'll be able to use these a few more times. So there's the pond, and then it squares up this way, and that's where we mulched over there. I'm trying to clean up as much as I can today. We'll have to finish this corner. All right. Man, look at this. Like a tree. So I was able to get all this mulched up. It's so hard to get these chunks cleaned up because it's mounded up right through here. Dusty, so I'll come back through here and pull all this stuff up, mulch it tomorrow. But you can kind of see what we're working with. Really hard woods. I'm gonna get here in the morning early, sharpen the knives, because I've got to do stuff with our church and my lady too as well. So we gotta do that, and I also gotta go look at a job as well before on the way home. So you can see there's dirt mound here, there's a dirt mound there, but there's big trees in here. So, and there's a dirt mound with a tree, which I think I mulched that earlier, but I think, ouch, owie, the property line goes out that way, so it's a pretty good ways off, but hopefully we'll be done tomorrow. We should be, as much as we pushed today. But this was the hardest because it was so close to the property, and the property line, and as well as that's where you push stuff up on the edge. See right here, it's a big mound, and it's so dusty I can't see what I'm doing, so I can't tell if I got the stump or it's just hard to deal with. You can see we really ain't got much left because it thins out on this backside where he's pushed in with the bush hog. And this is where I came in with the mulcher, kind of come in. So here's the property line right here, where it's showing I'm going straight to the edge up there to the pond. So it's like the edge of the pond's right in through here. But I don't want to push too far on somebody else, which he told me he done talked to the owner on the other side. He said he didn't care, so he knows them personally. So I thought, well, not too bad, but we'll be able to come in and mulch all this up what we can, because it's you can see it's a big mound versus that right there. There's a big mound. It's like a creek or something, I don't know, maybe where they zigzagged with a dozer and they never came back. So we got all this, and then this little island, and then all this little corner right here. So we don't like much, so I'm gonna blow the machine off and go ahead and get it cleaned up and fueled up for in the morning. All right, so had some wonderful news this morning. You can tell it's rained. We ain't had rain in several months. So I think it was enough to settle the dust until we start mulching and all that good stuff. You can kind of see it's still powdery, so hopefully it'll be enough to dampen it. You can see how much water we got right there. So I'm fixing to blow the cab out. Yesterday the piece popped off and I didn't have the tool until I came up here, and I was like, you know what, I'm ready to go, I'm tired. So I'm gonna go ahead and blow this out while it's warming up, greasing it up real quick, and we'll see how today goes. So we don't lack too much from finishing up, so we'll find out shortly what we got left, and I'll show you what we got. All right, so it is still a little bit of rain dropping down. It's a little muddy, but it's enough to help soak up. I'm gonna go ahead and try to start mulching up all this stuff, which I mulched that yesterday. It's all uneven, so like all the dips and the drops, see it just drops down, and I can't get that, which the owner told me don't worry about it, but it bothers me. So, and some of it fell off in the creek. He said don't worry about it, he wants something to do. So like clean up stuff like this, and we got a bunch of stuff like that, which I'm gonna do that last because it takes longer to push this than it does to pile this stuff up and smack it a time or two, even if it's an hour behind. You know, like I'd rather use my time, and then at the last, after I've used him paying for his time. But we'll go ahead and start mulching all this up. I'm gonna try to get this knocked down pretty quickly because he's got a bunch of stump ends, and where he's just a bunch of chunks, and you can feel some of the stump ends. So we're gonna go ahead and start pushing this up pretty good bit, because we don't like much, because it goes up and then it comes up till somewhere right over in the corner, and it shoots straight up. So, and I've already got the thickest part over here done, and then I got this, but this is where he's pushed up a bunch of piles, dirt piles, so I'm having to go around it. So this shouldn't take me too long today to push all this, just a bunch of sticks and stuff that fell over time where he's pushed up. So, and there's the fence line. See right here, this is the corner, then it shoots straight down this way. So there's the corner, there's two there, pink ones for this one, and then the orange ones for that customer or that owner. Then it goes to that corner, so it shoots straight down, and then there's the edge of the pond. So somebody's already cleared it. You can kind of see a trail where I did go down through there. I just followed the trail where somebody came in and chopped it before. So we're gonna go ahead and start cleaning this corner up, start pushing up to that, and we'll come back to that later, because that way I can push all this and then push that way. But not a big deal. So I did clean up some of it. See, like that, it's like diarrhea. Some of the stuff gets stuck down in there, and it will get up under your cylinders. So make sure you clean your cylinders too. That's how most everybody bends their cylinders, when it gets packed, nasty and wet. But anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and start cutting this and getting her going. Show you, so tint makes everything pretty dark, so that's why it looks so dark here. But if you look closely, this is all I see trying to look out, and then as it gets lower, it's dirty. It's a little bit cleaner because everything runs down. This is what I'm talking about. when it rains, just enough to piss it off, and it's nice and wet. It just sticks. So definitely gonna have to have a wash after this. We did get the job that I went and looked at yesterday, probably about 2 or 3 days, and it's still misting, so I'm okay with that, to be honest with you. Absolutely okay. Because as much dust we got yesterday, I ate a lot of dust yesterday. I'd rather have to wash this for another 2 or 3 hours. That's good for it. They've got to keep this cleaned out. So it's kind of hard to see in there, but I was going to clean up the front of the glass. That way I cleaned out this corner. You can kind of see how much I cleaned out. Some of these trees and lumps and stuff like that, it's hard to clean around it. Or they tried to push it up, and see some of it's falling down in there. But I mulched this up. That way I could set the GoPro right here and do a little time lapse, which it may be a little off, but I'm trying to make a little platform. So always busy. Wish you knew how busy I was. But anyway, so see, we got mounds like this right here, mounds of dirt. It's kind of hard to clean, but I'm going up to it and cleaning it and then trying to back drag on it. So I'm gonna try to get in here, and then all we like just this little up there, and then I'm gonna get on the pond dam just a little bit, and then go back and fine tune everything out, take out more of the smaller ones. I was just trying to push for time. So like stuff like this, chainsaw some of this stuff, clean it up. That way it looks good. So, but anyway, we're gonna go ahead, see how start turning to more clay material. But yeah, this is our tripod for the day. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this here. We got just a little bit to coming through here, and I'm gonna go up on the other side because there's some kind of pile here, but there's also some kind of garbage on that back side over here. So, and then we're gonna come through and take some of these vines out and clean it up. So that's all we lack, and then I'm gonna go up there towards the shack over there and clean up a little bit more. So, but anyway, man, it looks slick. It looks dark. It's the thumbnail right there. But anyway, we got just this little bit more, and I'm pretty sure it goes dead center of that, and then it shoots on across. But there's like a little creek that runs down through here, or maybe like a runoff or something. But you can definitely tell somebody's came back through here years and years ago, pushed up, and you can see some of the way the roots grew, where they pushed it up. Oosh, it's wet. And then see the big piles. So the piles, they grew trees on top of the piles, so it's hard to clean around it. See, like this big old pile, mounds up. Oosh, it's cold. But anyway, let's take this dirty mess and get to clean the front windshield off, and let's on. So pushed a pretty good bit. Still got all this stuff. I may try to take that one out. swampy, this is the best part. Well, second best part about the job is taking a picture of what you finished, and the first one's always getting paid. So further ado, let's go check this real quick. Definitely have to get this thing a wash. He told me I could take it over here to his barn and wash it because he's got good water pressure. So I got a few chunks here and there, of course. I mulched that big old tree that was over here. Turned out pretty good. Look at that. But anyway, so this is what we got. He told me don't worry about the chunks because his tractor will pick it up. So he's gonna be gone for 3 weeks and he's gonna come back and do what he can. So I hit right on top of the line for him, clean this whole corner out, and he's gonna move his shack over here up here on this top side now. So, but that's what we got. Kind of got around most of the trees. Some of these, they wanted me to take out these, but this is a little bit bigger. Like, that's the ones I want to hit up there versus these a little bit bigger than a 2 liter. And it was pretty wet right here. You can see where I slung, because I was trying to mulch some of that up, but I hit that tree. But it's really freaking muddy. You see how this tree, this is the strangest tree. It looks like it grows out. I guess maybe they tried to push it up and then it grew out some way and it went up. And I don't know if this is one that branches off or if this is just another one right beside it. Can't really tell. But it goes up under that and it goes this way. It's awesome. And then this right here was more challenging because there's a lot of hardwoods in here. And that mind you, everything's like this. Like I told the customer, if that pond wasn't there, this would be a marsh. He's like, yeah, no doubt. So he says it stays wet anyways. So this is my less clean because I got chunks here and there. He said, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Well, okay. But it's all uneven as well, so it's kind of hard to keep. But I did all this right here, knocked this down, cleaned it up, so that gives him something to do. That's what he said. He wants something to do with his tractor when he gets back. So we're going to go ahead and load the machine up, clean it up real quick, and take some pictures real quick. And then we're going to load up and head to the house. I think it is almost 1:30. So about 2 o'clock we'll be rolling out. So not too bad. There's this right here. And I went up on top of the pond bank and knocked out some stumps for him. So that's his biggest thing that he don't like or didn't want to deal with is the stumps. So we took care of it for him. We're gonna go ahead and get these chunks and then throw them up in a pile, mulch them up real quick. But anyway, if you could, like and subscribe. See you on the next one.